Hey y'all, welcome back. My name is Ashley and today we're going to be doing a first impressions on the spell book. I keep messing this up. I have messed it up and stuttered over my words this entire time. Oh my gosh. Okay, so today I am doing a first impressions on the Book of Enchantment palette by Spellbound Beauty. And this is what the palette looks like, yes. And I also picked up a highlighter. And this is what the highlighter looks like. It's just this cute little crystal ball. So if you want to see how I did all of this, well, all this eye look and the highlight, you know, keep on watching. If you like this video, go ahead and like, subscribe, because I'm actually going to keep posting videos. So you want to watch them. And also don't forget that I am running a giveaway currently. All you got to do is watch my video with the Bloodlust palette and follow the instructions there and you're entered. So let's just jump into it. And it's the Book of Enchantment by Spellbound Beauty. It's like this on the outside and this on the inside. It's very like fall-y, kind of witchy. And I really just like, when I saw this online, I picked it up because I really like the aesthetic of it. So fortunately, I'm one of those people like, that's like really pleasing to the eye. I'm going to buy it and try it out. When this was released, there was also 3 highlighters released as well. And I did pick up one of them, and it is in the shade Moonlight. And it's the Crystal Ball highlighters. And I got this because look how cute that is. It's like a little crystal ball. And I have like a shelf right here. It's kind of like witchy. It's kind of mixture. It's kind of witchy, kind of gothic. And it's kind of got like this type of vibe to it. So I got it to put on my shelf. But if I was correct, this was $11.99. And then I believe the palette, I'm going to have to look it up because I can't remember how much the palette was. But I will put that all down in the description and I will link it all there. Looks like there's 9 mattes. There's 1 with sequins in it. There's a pressed glitter and then 4 metallic shades in this palette. And I'm just going to go ahead and just do a look. I am going out tonight, so I can't sit there and play with every color in the palette. But this is a first impressions, and like I did earlier this month, at the end of the month, I'm going to kind of pick up all my first impressions products and give you my final thoughts on them. I'm going to take a fluffy brush right here, and I'm going to be dipping into the shade Aura. And this is a very bright orange matte. I also like that this palette has a mirror, so I don't have to dig around for a handheld mirror. And I'm going to dust that off and just apply it in my crease. Whoa. That is orange, but it's okay because that's what we're going for. And I'm just going to swipe it back and forth. And like before that you've seen, I am going to do one eye on camera and I will come back with the other eye. I'm going to go ahead and just like do like this curvy shape that you see all these fancy people on IG doing. Because I recently started doing that on myself and I kind of love it. Nice bright bold orange right here. Woo. This is pressed pigments. Look. There's nothing on the box. So I'd have to go on the website and my phone is charging, so we're not gonna do that right now. Wow, that is very bold and very orange. I really like that. It's not patchy at all. Like, at all. There's zero patchiness. And oh, and I did prime my eyes with the Anastasia Beverly Hills eye primer. I'm kind of like flirting around with different eye primers lately because like as soon as I start to love one, I start to hate it. If you have any good recommendations on an eye primer, comment down below. So far I'm enjoying this one, but give it a week or 2 and I'm gonna hate it. I want to take that same brush and I want to dip into the shade Jinx. It's more of a matte magenta shade. And I'm going to go ahead and put that on top of my little orange swiggly right here. Oh girl, I'm getting close to them brows. That is a panic for me. That might be a little much for my liking. I'm actually gonna go ahead and clean up my brows real quick. Yeah, I am, because that's just too high for me and I'm going out tonight. Alright, so I went ahead and took it off and I'm still going to play with the same colors, but if I'm going to make a mistake, I'm going to show you. I'm not going to necessarily show you when I wipe it off because, I mean, I think we all know how to take off some makeup at this point. But I went ahead and took it off, reprimed my eyes. I know it's a little bit stained, so I'm guessing these are pressed pigments, but it's okay because I'm still going to play with eyeshadow and most likely going to cover it up. I'm going to take a smaller brush this time. I'm going to go back into the shade Aura and we're going to try this again. But we all make mistakes when we're applying makeup. You know, not everybody's perfect, so I'm not going to sit here and pretend to be. May not got like a little bit of purple in my eyebrows, but you know what? My hair's purple, so it's all going to work out really well. But I'm still going to go for that same shape. And I went ahead and like, you know, sped that all up because you kind of already saw me lay that down. I'm gonna do it again when I dip into the shade Jinx. Take a clean brush and kind of just blend it all together. So just a nice big old fluffy brush. Just kind of swoop it everywhere. Now I am getting some patchiness with the shade Jinx, and I don't know if it's because like I had to take it off from my eyes and all that jazz. We'll see when I do the other eye, but I'm trying to correct it a little bit, but I honestly think it's just like my fault because I mean I was apparently just trying to go big or go home earlier, and I was like no, I've got somewhere to be. And now I'm gonna go ahead and cut the crease, and I'm gonna use my primer to cut it. I used to use concealer to cut the crease, and then after watching Robert Welch talk about how bad concealer is for your eyelids, I'm like, nope, I don't want wrinkles. And so I went ahead and cut like the whole thing because I really wanted to carve out the shape of that little swiggly swoo. I don't even know what to call that at this point. And now I'm gonna be going into the shade Curse. So this looks like possibly a really dark purple. I wouldn't say it's black, because it's kind of like more of it's off black for sure. It doesn't really come off that dark, but that's okay. Yeah, it looks like it's got some purple tones in it. So I think it's just a really, really dark eggplant. And I'm actually going to pack that on with a little precision brush. And I'm just gonna pack it on the outer corner. So tonight, I think we're going to, it's like, I don't even know if this is like everywhere, if it's just in the area, but I swear there's always one in our area. And it's called Boots for Troops. And they like raise money for veterans. And yeah, so that's what we're doing tonight. Our friend is hosting it, or I don't really know what she's doing. I'm also going to use eyeliner to kind of carve that little bit out too, because it's just not looking as like clean cut as I want it to be. The next shade I want to dip into is going to be the shade Hex. So this is a matte purple right here. And I'm going to use that same brush and pack it on to combine the black and the purple. That's what we're doing tonight. And I know like in some places you can't go out, but this place is an outdoor area. So I'm hoping it won't be too packed. But they have like a silent auction and raise money. It's for a good cause. I'm gonna take that eyeliner and define that line before I completely lose it. I'm gonna go ahead and use my KVD Vegan eyeliner, tattoo liner in the shade Trooper. And I'm gonna go ahead and just like do my wing and kind of like bring it in the crease. And probably won't be able to do this on camera, but I am going to attempt to do it on camera. I really wanted to try to do that on camera, but that was just not happening because I have to get like this close to the mirror, and it's just not possible. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and dip into the shade Winfred, and I'm gonna go ahead and put this right here. Well, actually we are gonna combine it with the shade Hex. Like I want to go ahead and pack that shade on as well because I'm going to put the pressed glitter in between those. I'm just going to take shade Winfred and pack it on right here. So I recently started playing Call of Duty, and I'm not one to play video games. I actually, usually if I play video games, it's like Animal Crossing or like Mario Kart. Maybe like Super Mario, that's about it. And my husband has gotten back into playing Call of Duty, so I joined him, and I've actually kind of been enjoying it. I'm learning, I suck, but you know, it's fun. You kind of get like a little bit too much into it because then you get angry and you literally just like come back and you die immediately. So if you enjoy being frustrated, that's what I've been doing lately. Now I want to take the shade Rose Quartz, which is to be this pink metallic, and I'm going to apply it on the inner corner. It up also to connect where I drew that black line. Gosh, my voice is disappearing today. No idea why. And now I'm going to take my finger and dip it into that pressed glitter called Eternal. And I'm going to apply it where the orange and purple meet. So where the shade Winfred and Hex meet. And I'm just gonna press it in there up to where I drew that black line. Okay, so that is the first eye done. Now I'm gonna jump off camera. I'm gonna go ahead and do this eye. Put some lashes on as well, because without lashes, this looks batshit crazy. But I will be right back. All right, so I got my other eye on. I've got some lashes on. I also put some lipstick on because it's not from this collection. But if you are curious about the shade, it is the Fenty Beauty. I just put it on and I've already lost it on my desk. So it is the Fenty Beauty Stunna Lip Paint in the shade Underdog. So I think this shade just came out in full size, and I'm a sucker for Fenty Beauty. I also just really enjoy the doe foot on this. Like, you can line your lips with that point. I mean, I still use a lip liner, but you get a nice precise line and then you just fill it in. So I really enjoy that. And I didn't put any lip gloss on because I am going out after this, and lip gloss is pointless when you have to wear a mask all the time. So yeah, so we're gonna skip the gloss today. But we're going to go ahead and do the under eyes now. I want to keep with the more pink and purple red tones for the under eyes because I do have lashes on with bits of orange in it. So I'd like it to stay what do you call it? Standing out. Can't really tell on camera, but you can tell in person. And I'm going to go ahead and take a smudge brush just like this right here. It's like really bad holding up. Like just like this, just like that. Anyway, so, and I'm going to dip into the shade Enchantment. And this one is just like a matte, it's more red. It's not even red. It's like a pinky red, but dark at the same time. Really great explaining stuff. And I'm going to go ahead and take that shade and use it on this side, my lash line, at my outer corner. Now I want to go into the shade Jinx, which is the brighter purple that we used earlier, and put that in the middle towards the inner corner. And then we'll finish it out with the shade Rose Quartz. But you want to take a little bit of that Jinx and brush it under the shade Enchantment. Just to tie it all together. So I like to fill it in where I want it and then swoop it under the last color. And then finally, same brush, brush it off, and I'm going to dip into Rose Quartz. And just bring it all together. And take a little bit of that Rose Quartz and sweep it underneath the shade Jinx. So I want to take a little bit of Rose Quartz and kind of flick it with that wing to kind of highlight it. And put a little bit of Rose Quartz right here under the brow as well. Now I'm going to just pat that on. Apparently I'm a really big fan of this shade Rose Quartz, but it is beautiful. It's a very nice pastel pink shimmer. So it's kind of perfect to highlight under the brow bone. So that kind of finishes up the eyes. I'm going to go ahead and apply some highlights. So we're going to dip into this cutie. And this is the shade, I believe I said it earlier, but this is the shade Moonlight. So this one's more of like the champagne-y pastel gold, and there was a more pinker shade and then a more golden shade. So this one's kind of like halfway down the middle. And it is a loose highlight. And the only problem I have with this, and I like the packaging, is that there's no sifter. So you're just dipping into straight powder, which is fine. I don't really want to make a mess. So I'm actually going to shut it. This might sound a little crazy. So I'm going to shut it. Like, tip it upside down, do that, and hopefully there's enough sticking to the lid. Yeah, there's some on the lid. That way I don't have to just dip my brush into straight loose highlighter, because that would it's a lot of highlight. I'm just gonna go ahead and highlight the usual places. Oh, that is beautiful. I don't know. It's hard to tell on my viewfinder if it picks up on camera. Oh, it does. See, it's very nice, very glowy. It reminds me of the Anastasia Beverly Hills Amrezy palette, like the same type of shine and almost the same color. This one's a little bit more pink, but very similar. That is a blinding highlight and it's absolutely gorgeous. I really enjoyed that. That is a gorgeous highlight. I am very impressed with that, and I am going to just put this in like right on my desk so that way I can keep reaching for it. That is absolutely stunning, absolutely gorgeous. It's beautiful in the viewfinder, but it's also beautiful in person. So this is the final look using Spellbound Beauty's Book of Enchantment palette. So my first impression of this palette is gorgeous. I really enjoy just all the bright shades in it. I unfortunately only played with this metallic, but the pressed glitter is absolutely stunning. And all the mattes blended out really nicely. I know earlier in the video I said that on this eye, the shade Jinx got a little bit patchy, but when I was off camera working with this eye, it was not. So it was because I had to remove and restart on this eye is what caused it to be patchy. I know that they have one other palette and I will be ordering that tonight because I'm super excited. Plus, I really enjoy the aesthetics of it. I know that's not a reason to purchase something, but that was the reason why I went for it in the first place. So now that it's aesthetically pleasing and it performs fantastically. It's beautiful. Has the pigmentation. I mean, the only shade, like I said, was the shade Curse, and I couldn't tell if it was black or a really dark purple. Either way, I like the shade Curse because I do like to deepen out my outer corner. I like to be bold, and I like to throw in a black wing eyeliner almost every single time I do my eyeshadow. So this is perfect to blend in with that black and then put a purple next to it. It just makes it all smooth and smoky, and I love it. Man, I cannot wait to do some looks with this. I will definitely be using it for this spooky season. I am going to be participating in doing 31 Halloween looks on Instagram. I know I don't post very often on Instagram, but I'm trying to change that. But yeah, so in about 30 days, probably on like September 30th is probably what I'm thinking, is I'm going to go ahead and do a, final thoughts on this palette and what I think. But first impressions, I love it. I love the highlighter. It is gorgeous. Yeah, so also want to remind you that until Friday, I am doing a giveaway. So you got 2 more days to enter. Just check out the video. I'm going to leave a card wherever the hell it's going to pop up here. And just like watch that video and find out how to enter. And I'll pick someone on Saturday. If you want to see more first impressions, especially from smaller indie companies that you most likely have never heard of, like this video and comment some of those companies down below because most likely I don't know them either. I hope you all have a fantastic day. And until next time, bye y'all.